Hey everybody, Omar here. It's Friday, March 24th, and I wanted to share with you guys what I've been working on for the past few days. This past Sunday was the first time I went hunting and we were successful. We got a caribou. I managed to give away probably 60% of the caribou and kept about 40% myself. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, first time I've ever processed an animal. It was a lot of work for me, spent a lot of time doing it, but as you can see, it's pretty amazing what the results are. I'm very happy with it. Feel very rewarded knowing that this animal that I hunted just a few days ago is now in vacuum sealed, ready to eat, ready for cooking. So here we go. I'm going to start with this column here. So what you have here is about a pound of ground caribou meat. These are all vacuum sealed at half a pound each, or 500 grams. So what I learned is that if you have 2 cups of ground meat, it's about 500 grams or half a pound of meat. So good to know. So that's all vacuum sealed. That could be stored for a few years. Now, the cost of ground beef in town fluctuates a few dollars, but it's fairly expensive. And I remember about a month ago, I paid about $12 for half a pound of ground beef. And it kind of hit me then that we're a little susceptible here because there's only 1 or 2 stores that would sell the half pound ground beef packets. And at one point it was just the one store, so they were just charging whatever they wanted to. And I remember paying $12 at one point for half a pound of ground beef. Now you could probably find it for between 10 to 11, so it's not that far off. Here I have 5 bags of half a pound. So if you're considering that's over $50, right? Plus this pound here. We're looking at a good amount of ground beef just from the, if you equate it to store value. These 2 packets here are what we call the back strap. These are very tender pieces of meat. This is what you would make a steak out of. There's 2 pieces here. In total, you'll probably get 4 of these bags from the animal, based off the other things that I'm able to find. These are probably upwards to $30 per bag for this quality of steak. So that's $60 of steak right there, $70 of ground beef roughly, and here we have, so that's $100 of meat that we just gone over. This is the sirloin strip, so I've taken the sirloin piece of the meat, which is in the hind quarter, so the back leg towards the top. The meat is very tender. Some people will just cut it off and use it as steak. I've cut it into strips, so this is ready for fast fry, stir fry. You can make like fajitas, tacos, whatever. This is top round, which is from the hind or back leg as well. This one's actually, I think, closer to the bum. This is good for roasts, as well as this guy, which is from the front leg or the forequarter. And the roast in town for these sizes, you're paying anywhere from like around 40 for this and 30 for this. So that's about $70 worth of roast there. Sirloin strips, hard to say. They don't really sell too many sirloin strip packets in town, but based off the other value of meat, that's at least $30 worth of sirloin meat. Here we have an eye of round. You wouldn't really make a steak out of this. I mean, you could, but that one is not as tender as the back strips or the sirloin strips. Here we have a heart, so I kept the heart whole. I cleaned it out and just froze it, so that's whole. And this is the trachea. This is a great dog treat because it's quite tough and rubbery, so the dogs like to chew on that. Here I have some scraps for my Yoshimitsu, my dog. So I mixed that in with some rice and spinach and fish oil, and that's what he eats. Here I made some homemade jerky that I've been drying for about 3 days now. I put some Old Bay seasoning on it. It smells pretty good. So that's the jerky. And here's what I have left over from the animal that I won't be eating. These are some hooves that I kept for dog treats because these nails are very good for them to chew on, so they like to chew on those. This is all just from the legs mainly, mostly bone, but I kept a little bit of meat on there, so I'm gonna just keep these as kind of like dog treats slash meals for my dog and my neighbor's dog. So that's about 40% of the animal. We've eaten some of it already over the past couple days. It took me several hours over the past few days. It's Friday now, and I hunted it on Sunday, so it's been a lot of work, but it's been very rewarding. Now I have a freezer full of meat. I don't know what the total is. Maybe I'll put it in the video somewhere. And yeah, that's it. Peace.